We have a flexible work policy where all roles flex, but in some roles women didn't want it to be known that they were working flexible hours, which meant they were taking conference calls on their day off because they felt like that would hinder their career progress going forward. Whereas in other places, it was very clear. Everyone knew that one team member worked a 4-day week or worked from home on a given day or whatever it might be, and everybody worked to make that achievable for her and enabling her to succeed in those circumstances.
I think a lot of us assume our policies are friendly. And as been pointed out, once you start reading the policies in detail, you realise that they're not as friendly as you assumed they would be.
It only takes one person to go to their manager and the manager says, I'm not sure about flexibility. It doesn't matter what your policy on flexibility is. It doesn't matter what my view on flexibility is. That individual feels their job is inflexible.
We just made balance and flexibility the default. So if any manager wanted to oppose flexibility, they had to make a business case not to do it, as opposed to previously they'd have to make a case for it, or you put the onus on the employee rather than the onus on the manager.
An organisation of the scale and complexity of ABS, we can engage people on part-time bases, and that works really well. It works really well for us as an employer to keep skills and use those skills well, but also works well for our staff who are juggling different caring responsibilities or doing part-time study as well as working.
We're changing the language so that as women go into that phase of their careers, they think of it as a phase of the career. It just happens to be one when they're not spending very much time at work. And so how do we stay in touch? How do we stay in contact? How do we make sure that if a promotion or an advancement is available in the organisation, that during that phase, they have an equal opportunity to compete for those positions?
We've found that our people, for instance, they do 7 years, they end up doing 20 or 30 years in the organisation. So it's worthwhile investing in the infrastructure to make it family friendly.
And I have a couple of people who work directly for me, for example, and they work from home. And so what we've done with the agile-based working is we're allowing people to say, it's really not about how you go about it, that's for you to work out. What we're looking for is, we're looking for this result.
The other thing we found, which was really challenging, is what I call the step-down position, where women coming back into the workforce, for some reason, are seen to be not as effective as they were before they went away for their maternity leave, and so they step down a level. Maybe they've been managing 4 or 5 people. They go back to being a subject matter expert. Now, this is something that I really want to ban in ANSTO, is the step-down position, because it really is a career stumbling block.
So if someone's had a life-changing event, they've either left work to have a child, have a family, or had to care for an ailing relative or whatever, there's a gap in their career, and historically that would penalise them in terms of their publications or their performance. We're a science organisation. We can figure out how to extrapolate what they would have done if they had been there, and we can kind of give them credit for the fact that they weren't, and empower them or trust them to sort of catch up, if you like, when they come back.